Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka. It is the 5th of April. Lots of you folks waiting for this day. It is a Friday. You know why? Because next week, most of you folks will be on a break, a much needed break, because as we all welcome the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, actually. Week that's coming our way. Before we get to the nitty-gritty of the show, I have something very interesting to share with you. You might think this is coming from a horror story or some book of fiction, okay? But it was recently announced by Italian archaeologists that in southwestern Turkey, wait for it, they have discovered a gate. This is the time I need some background music. A gate to hell. Yes. According to Italian archaeologists, okay, it's known as Pluto's Gate, also known as Plutonium in Greek and Plutonium in Latin. It is a cave that was celebrated as the portal to the underworld in Greco-Roman mythology and tradition. And historic sources located the site in the ancient Phrygian city of Hierapolis, now called Pamukkale, and described as the opening to be filled with lethal mephitic vapors. Okay, a little background story on this reported gate to hell. According to Greek geographer Strabo, who was born around 64 to 63 BC till 24 AD, he wrote that this space is full of a vapor so misty and dense that one can scarcely see the ground. Any animal that passes inside meets instant death. And he even added that he threw in sparrows and they immediately breathed their last and fell. And this discovery was announced at a conference on Italian archaeology in Istanbul, Turkey. And the finding was made by a team led by Francesco Di Andrea, a professor of classic archaeology at the University of Salento. Let me be honest, when I first heard about this story, I thought it was one of those post-April Fool's joke, but it seems it's not, because it will be featured in the Discovery Channel. So, a gate to hell was discovered. I need some background music of like Twilight Zone. Okay. Now for some happier news, don't forget the MBC EA radio app is up, and all you need to do if you're on iOS device to go to the Apple Store, if you're on an Android device to go to your Google Store, and the MBC radio app will give you access to your favorite the radio channels, say Shakti FM, Sirsa FM, YFM, and of course Sri Lanka's #1 hit music station, yes, 101. And the upgrade was recently made, so please do feel free to check it out. It's all for free. Now, for those crazy about cricket and also a little bit of football and Bollywood, we got a story to share with you. This is when Indian cricket stars and Bollywood stars came together to play a very special game of football, aka soccer, to raise funds for children. So, watch this.
Indian cricketers and Bollywood actors came together for a friendly soccer match to raise funds for poor children in New Delhi last Saturday. The match was organized at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium and saw the team of Indian cricketers, led by batsman Virat Kohli, beat the Bollywood stars 4-3 in a closely contested contest. Captain of the all-star Bollywood team, Abhishek Bachchan, said that the match was a fun experience and playing for a cause made it more special.
ये एक्सपीरियंस बहुत ही अच्छा रहा।
The experience was great, but you need to understand that it is for the first time that our all-star team is playing on full-fledged soccer field. We are not used to such a big pitch. It was for the first time we were playing on grass, but it was great fun. I would like to thank Virat Kohli and this Heart Foundation. I would like to thank all the Indian cricketers and congratulate them for the match. We had a lot of fun, and all our team members said that they had a great time, and the best part is that we did it for a great cause. The Indian cricketers established their stamp on the game from the beginning to take a 4-1 lead early in the game. But the Bollywood all-stars crawled back into the game with strikes from actor Ranbir Kapoor.
We go to a lot of we do a lot of shows and concerts, and being in front of a live crowd is fantastic. But today we got a taste of what these cricketers, the love they receive, and they really charge you up. Listen, you have to understand, we're not athletes, you know. Running 90 minutes at a stretch is tough. And even I pulled up at the end with a cramp in my leg. But the crowd and the energy they give you, every time you go near them, it just eggs you on. They've been brilliant.
The Bollywood actors were trained by former Indian soccer team Bhai Chang Bhutia, while the cricketers had Indian soccer player Sunil Chhetri to coach them. The match attracted a huge crowd at the stadium as excited fans screamed and cheered for their favorite celebrities, both from the world of cricket and films.
Very interesting, the meeting of Bollywood, cricket, and football, aka soccer. And it was interesting when Abhishek Bachchan said that running for 90 minutes is not an easy task, and he even had the cramp. So giving the props to the cricketing stars. A wonderful afternoon of activity that these individuals had in India. Now, while we're in the entertainment, because today is a Friday, it's supposed to be the light and easy day, just to get you ready for the weekend. Well, let me tell you about John Mayer. If you haven't heard yet, John Mayer and Katy Perry, supposedly they're a relationship. Yes, they were in a relationship. Supposed to be very private. And they have privately ended their very private relationship. And he said, and John Mayer, instead of writing a breakup song, he has decided to open up on his recent split with Katy Perry on Ellen DeGeneres' talk show. And Ellen kind of jokingly started the conversation by reminding the 35-year-old John Mayer that, I do remember seeing you at the Grammys hanging out with Katy Perry. And then John Mayer said it was a very private relationship going in. It was a very private relationship going, and it's a very private relationship still. And he said that he can understand the people asking questions and wondering what's going on, but he has said that he has finally learned how to put the wall between one thing and the other, and he has been happier since then. And he further added that when you're famous and when you're on this journey of Hollywood and entertainment industry, coupling or being a couple is a tricky thing. And, John Mayer doesn't have much of a reputation when it comes to being in a relationship. He's been described with more interesting adjectives, which I would rather not mention because it will get me in trouble. And before we go for a quick commercial break and tell you what's happening after that, we'll be joined by one of my co-anchors at GMSL, and it will be an interesting story. But before we get to that, we're calling on all you corporate warriors, just in case you're a little bit bored with the office. We got the S101 Corporate Outdo Challenge. You might want to check it out. A team of composed of 5 members with at least 1 female. An all-female team is not a problem. If you want to field an all-female team, simply log on to yesfmonline.com for more information. That's yesfmonline.com. It's the S101 Corporate Outdo Challenge. 25,000 rupees per event to be given to the winner, and there are 10 events, a total of 250,000 rupees to be up for grabs, and also a wonderful weekend getaway for the winning team. Now, let me give you a little glimpse of what's coming after the commercial break. We know about stories and histories, and there's always a series of victories and defeats and stories about survival, and it's oftentimes from the point of view of the men in a society, from the what is written down, what is said, what is told by the men in a society. And thankfully, there is soon to come our way is the first of a series of stories that focuses on the mother of Sri Lankan mothers of the north and the south, the adversities that they have gone through, the victories that they have experienced, and everything that makes the mothers who they are and how they have affected their children, their community, and that stories from the northern tip of Sri Lanka to the southern side of this beautiful country. And this series is called Her Stories, and we're very lucky to get to talk to the people behind this, and that will come your way right after this quick commercial break.